for yourself, taking some time for others. In what kind of situation or circumstance do you feel this emotion more easily? Take a moment to see what comes up, what thoughts, what images. And create an intention around it. What could you do that attracts the feeling of love more easily? And now we're going to take 3 deep breaths in through our nose and then out through our mouth. Deep breath in and out. In and out. Last one, in and out. You can bring in the knees towards the chest, a little ball, and sway from side to side, gently waking up the base of the spine, the lower back. See if you want to make a couple of circles with the knees, big or small. You're making circles go in both directions. And then release the legs, keep them lifted and bent, and then spread your arms to the side, the palms facing down, so you can use the strength in your hands for the next exercise. So what we're going to do is we're going to slowly lower the knees towards the left, making sure both shoulders stay on the mat. Activate the lower abdominals, the core, and then slowly bring the knees to the opposite side. So you can use the hands, you can use the core, but if you notice one of the shoulders lifting, go a bit less deep. So we're gently waking up the spine with this active twisting, at the same time working up the core. Couple more, moving to your own rhythm from the left to the right. And then lower the knees down onto your left, coming into a twist. Keep your knees stacked, but you can choose to straighten the top leg, bringing the foot towards the hand. They don't have to be touching. They can. You can also just move them in the same direction. Turning the head towards the right. Breathe in space in the ribs and in the chest. And we slowly release. Bring the knees to middle and move to the opposite side. Same twist. Lower down and lengthen the top leg. Deep breaths in the upper body. Last breath. then we slowly release back to middle. What we're going to do now is do a couple of roll-ups. So you can hold on either to the inside of the knee or the outside, and then roll yourself up a couple of times, lowering back down. Bringing energy down the spine, loosening the tissue around our spine. One more. And then come to seated. Lengthen the legs, arms up, inhale. Moving into an active fold, so we're going to exhale down towards 45 degrees, perhaps a bit deeper, feeling the stretch in the hamstrings. Inhale, come back up. And exhale, lower down. Do 4 more of these, trigger rhythm, always lengthening, coming up, and exhaling, going down. And after the last one, you release the arms. You can cross the legs, see if you can roll over the knees, and come to child's pose here for a second. Lengthen the spine as much as you can. You can really walk out those hands, and then let the elbows come down, forehead down to the mat. Couple of breaths. And then release your child's pose. Come to seated, sitting on your heels, and we move to variation of cat-cow. So you're going to inhale, open up your chest, roll the shoulders back. You can push the butt out, and exhale, cat back. Press the point between the shoulder blades backwards. Keep moving like this to the rhythm of your breath. So as we're focusing on the upper back, in our intention, we're focusing on the third and fourth chakra. Combination of willpower, doing, and love. One more cat-cow. And then come to center. Push the palms out and overarch the back, stretching out the shoulders. And we release. Come onto all fours. Now we move to an active thread the needle. So I'm going to show for a second what we're going to do, because once we're going to hold the pose, we come to a couple of variations. So what we're going to do in a second is we're going to move the arm up underneath the left, tapping the shoulder, and then coming back up. So we're not going to lay down for a couple of times. Afterwards, when we come down, you can choose to bring the arm out, to bring the leg out, to bring the other leg out. So once we're there, you're not going to be able to look around as easily, so I will cue the leg stretching once we're there. So we move here with the right arm up, inhaling, and exhale. We move underneath, you tap the shoulder down onto the mat, and we come back up, feeling a strengthening in the left shoulder. And exhale, thread the needle, tap the shoulder. One more, inhale, and exhale. Now we come down into the pose, so you come down onto the right shoulder, let the side of the right hand come down. We don't want any tension in the neck, so see if you want to bring the chin a little bit closer towards your chest. And if you are comfortable, only if you are comfortable in this twist, in the twist of the upper back, you can choose to lengthen the left leg. So slowly bringing the weight into the right knee and then straighten the left leg. If you straighten the leg, see if you can open the chest a bit more towards the left side, rolling more onto that shoulder. One more breath. If you brought the leg out, you keep it out, and then slowly come back up to both hands. Yeah, pushing into the left hand to come up to both hands. Yeah, great, well done. And then step your left foot forward. Low lunge. Take a moment here, activate the bandhas, the pelvic floor, the lower abdominals, and then bring the arms first up, and then open them up to cactus arms, and shift the palms so they're facing 45 degrees. See if you want to lift the chin in the same direction. Maybe you can open the arms up a little bit more. The only thing we're going to pay attention to is not arching the lower back, so not collapsing into the back there. Deep breath in. And breathing out. See if you can lift without using the hands to a high lunge. Maybe you want to bring that back foot a little bit closer by. And here you can choose to keep looking up. Will be more of a test to your balance, or look more towards the front, keeping that opening in the chest. Fingers spreading. Inhale, step forward, lengthen the arms up. And exhale, fold forward. Going for sun salutation 8. Inhale, lift your chest, lengthen the spine. Exhale, take your vinyasa to your rhythm. So vinyasa, chaturanga down. And then choosing one of the cobras or the upward facing dog. And moving into down dog. We're going to hold our down dog for a couple of breaths. So see if you want to walk the dog, stretching the hamstrings. And then hold still in your downward facing dog. And then bend your knees, look towards the hands. And then step or jump towards the front, lengthening once again. And fold. All the way up. Inhale. Chair pose. Exhale. Shift your weight to your left foot. And then step the right foot back to high lunge. Inhale here. Cactus arms. Exhale. Exhale. Inhale. Low lunge. Exhale. See if you want to walk your front foot more towards the front. And exhale. Release. Come back to all fours. Observe when you walk the hips from left to right, a different feeling in the left or right hip. And then we move towards the other side. We move with an active thread the needle. Bring the left arm up. Inhale. And exhale. Tap the shoulder, keeping an activation in the right shoulder. Inhale. Move up. Exhale. Tap the shoulder. Inhale. Move up. And exhale. Tap the shoulder. Come down into your twist. Lower the head down. See for the distance between chin and chest. And if you feel comfortable, after a couple of breaths, shift the weight into the left knee and straighten the right foot back. Last breath. And breathing out. Keep the legs straightened and then come up to both hands. Deep breath here. And shift your foot forward. Low lunge. Take your time. Activate the locks. And then cactus arms. 45 degrees in the hands and in the chin. Last breath. Breathing out, high lunge. You can always use your hands or try without. Keep breathing space into the upper body. And then step forward, lengthen the arms, look up, inhale. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa to your own rhythm. 2 more breaths in down dog, actively pressing into the fingertips. And then bend your knees, bend your knees, inhale, look to the front, and then step or jump to the front, lifting the chest and folding back. All the way up, inhale. Chair pose, exhale. Weight to the right foot, inhale. High lunge, exhale. Inhale here, cactus arms, exhale. Inhale, low lunge, exhale. See if you want to shift your front foot more towards the front or the back knee more towards the back. Going for one more breath. And breathing out, releasing back to downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. And then walk your hands, the feet more towards your hands. And from here, we're just going to play a little bit with shifting more weight into the palms and into the fingers. So the shoulders will lean a little bit over the wrists. If you feel too much weight or like you're going to lose the balance, you bring the feet a little bit closer by. The knees can always be bent. Just playing here a little bit with the strength in the arms. If you want to add the next ankle stretch, you can. You bring the tops of the feet of one foot down and then lean forward, pressing the toes into the mat. It's like you're trying to bring the top of the foot down towards the mat without actually bringing it there. See if you want to switch and do it with the opposite foot, always leaning the shoulders over the wrists to feel that stretch. Feeling that strength build up in the shoulders. And then we step all the way to the front of the mat, Uttanasana. Lock your elbows in, relax upper body and sway from side to side. Slowly come all the way up to standing. See if you want to lock your hands and rotate the wrists a couple of times. All right. And then bring the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, fold down. Lengthen the spine. Inhale. Exhale, stick your right foot back and open it up. We're not coming into warrior two, but the Trikonasana. So the triangle pose, make sure you don't have the feet too wide apart. Bending into the front knee, seeing that it doesn't come past the ankle. And then lengthen the front knee again. Arms up. Inhale. Reach forward and bring the arms in a vertical position as you exhale. Inhale, look down, and exhale, up, and come to warrior two. So if you want to walk out the feet a little bit more. Inhale here. Exhale, side stretch, elbow down or the hand down towards the foot. Trying to reach the arms in the same line with the side body. So the fingers are reaching away from the ground, overhead. Yeah. Palm facing down. Yeah. Look down, breath in. Come back up to warrior two as you breathe out. We go into the opposite direction. Inhale here. Take a step closer by. And exhale, lengthen the knee. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Now from here, we're coming to the half moon balance. So we're going to bring that back hand in the back hip, shift your weight into your front foot. You can bend your front knee and then bring the left hand down. So where do you want to bring it down? Following the line of the foot, you bring it more towards the left side. And then lift your back leg, engage the core. You can always keep your standing knee bent here to make sure you can bring your hand down. Activate the core, the back leg. See if you want to lift it a little bit higher. And if you feel comfortable in the balance, you can bring the right arm up. Half moon balance, not an easy pose. One more breath. And step the feet together, chair pose, hips down. Breathing out. Weight into your toes, inhale. And back to the heels, exhale. Two more. Inhale, toes, lifting up. Exhale, knees. Heels. Inhale, tips of the toes. And exhale, heels. Deep breath here. And fold forward as you breathe out. Lengthen the spine. Inhale. Step your right foot all the way back. And then open the feet all the way to the right side. So the feet are parallel to the small sides of the mat. Here you open up your chest. Inhale. And exhale, fold. Two more. Inhale, we lengthen. And exhale, we fold. Bring the arms up with you. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, we fold. We're going to hold our fold for two more breaths. Shift your weight into your toes. Last breath. And then slowly we come all the way up to standing. Move to warrior two. Open your front foot and bend into the front knee. Inhale here. Exhale, Trikonasana. Baby step closer by, lengthen the knee. Back to triangle pose. Look down, inhale. Back to half moon pose. Lifting the back leg, front hand comes down. Well done, exhale, we release, come all the way up to stand. Back for a second and just notice already a difference between the side body, the left side and the right side. And then we bring the arms up, inhale. And exhale, we fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left foot steps back, Trikonasana, so small distance between the feet. Open up the arms, reach forward, arms down. Keep the core active. Look down, inhale. Warrior two. Create a greater distance between the feet. Inhale. Elbow down or hand down to mat. Pakonasana, side pose. Lengthening the fingers away from the ear. Stretching and strengthening, look down, inhale. And exhale, come back up to warrior two. Deep breath in. Baby step closer by. Triangle pose. Lengthen the front knee. You can always keep it a little bit bent to keep it locked. Reach forward and open up. First time half moon on this side, so we're going to take it step by step. Lower the back hand into the back hip. Bring more weight into your front foot. Right hand down front of the foot and a little bit more towards the right. And then lift your back leg. See if you want to lift the hand away from the hip. Last breath. And chair pose, breathing out. Inhale to toes, lift the heels. Exhale, heels back down. Inhale, tippy toes. And exhale, back down. Last time, inhale. And exhale, down. Keeping the feet down, inhale. And fold, exhale. Lift your chest, inhale. Step your left foot back and walk your hands all the way to the left side. Create a parallel between both feet. And then inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold down. See if you want to already add the arms. Inhale. and exhale. One more, inhale and exhale. We hold our fold for 2 breaths. Relax neck and shoulders. And then on your next breath in, you come all the way up. See if you want to bring the arms up with you. And exhale, warrior 2. Inhale here. Triangle pose. Baby step, lengthen the knee, and open up. Look down, inhale. Half moon. So shift your weight more towards the front, bring the hand down first. Activate the core, the leg. When we are active in the body, we have more balance, more control in the position. Last breath. And breathing out. We're going to take a big step back here. Bring the hands down and let the knees come down. Come high up onto the knees. I think we practiced this variation before in one of the first weeks here. We're going to bring the hands together. Turn the palms out, and then from here, push the butt out. Again, hollowing in our spine. Creating a stretch in the back, opening in the chest. If you feel pressure in the lower back, make it a bit less hollow. One more breath. And then from here, lock the hands behind, bring the forehead down, and reach the hands overhead. If you find it a bit difficult or you find some tension in the neck, you can bring the head closer towards the knees. We're holding for one more breath. And then breathing out, we're going to release. You can slowly come back up and bring the hands in front of you. So we're coming into a supported plank for a second here. So not all fours, but bringing the hands more out. Just check in here. If you press the hips forward, that the wrists and the shoulders are aligned. All right. And then we come to the upward facing dog, the supported upward facing dog. So inhale, you open up the chest, reach the crown up. What we're going to avoid here is sinking into the shoulders. So you're pressing the palms down and lifting the crown up. And then exhale, lengthen all the way into child's pose. We're going to do this 3 more times. Inhale, supported upward dog, opening up. And exhale, lengthen the child's pose. Do 2 more to your rhythm, inhaling into your up dog and exhaling to your child's pose. And then after the third one, you lower into your child's pose and stay there. You allow your shoulders to come down. You allow your elbows to come down. And with every exhalation, you notice more softness in the hips, the shoulders, the spine. Observe where your fingertips are touching the mat. Observe the heat in the body. So we worked quite a lot on our core, the center of our willpower, of action, motivation, doing. related to opening up our chest, the center of the heart, of love, joy. When you're so happy, you could burst out of your chest. So you can come back to your intention here. Slowly release your child's pose, coming up to seated. Spread the legs. Try having your knees straight and feet straight up, and then walk yourself into a fold. So you can bring the arms out wide. If you're quite low, you can bring the elbows down. Wherever you are, relax head and neck. Allow that opening in the inner thighs. One more breath. And we release our forward fold. You can come more towards the front of your mat and come down onto your spine. So if you want to put on some extra clothes, socks, or a sweater. And then come back, come down onto the spine. And here we're going to lift our legs straight up. And I will give a couple of options here for the next pose. So you bring your legs straight up. The intent of the next pose will be to be in an inversion, meaning that the legs are higher than the chest, higher than the heart, which makes our heart having to work a little bit harder to get the blood circulated. So either you can stay here, you can keep your hands next to you, or bring them underneath the hips. But if it's possible for you, you can also choose to push into the hands, activate the core, and try bringing the legs overhead to behind your head. If you came to this second option, keep the head and neck straight still. So you're looking straight up. So don't look to the left or the right anymore. Listen to the verbal cues. If you are with the legs overhead, you can use the hands in the lower back for support. The feet don't have to touch the floor behind you, they can be lifted. And if you choose so, from this pose, you can come up to a shoulder stand, having the hips in the hands, or the lower back in the hands, maybe keeping the knees bent first, lifting one leg or lifting both legs. Also in the shoulder stand, keep your head and your neck completely still, just adjusting and letting the body, giving the body time to adjust to this upright position. Reversed upright position. And whenever you feel ready here, you lower your feet back down to the previous pose, called Halasana, the flow pose. And then slowly using the core and the strength in your hands so you can bring the hands back down. You lower your hips back down onto the mat. Let the feet come down onto your mats and spread the arms away from the body. So the palms are facing up. Choose an angle for the arms that makes it comfortable for the hands to be up. And then walk your feet as wide as the mat and allow the knees to come together. Allow the spine to fully relax. And then to your own time, you can move to your Shavasana. Straightening the legs all the way down. See if there is any movement you would still like to do. Perhaps you would like to hug the knees into your chest one more time before you release to your Shavasana. Maybe you want to sway or make circles. Make sure the body feels ready to surrender to Shavasana pose. And then once you're there, you permit yourself to become, to be. Relax. Become aware of the body again, where it's on the mat, where it's located in the space you're in. Start bringing movement back to the body. Move in a conscious or intuitive way. Check in what the body wants to do right now. What parts wants to be stretched. What kind of movement feels good in this moment? And then to your time, you come to the fetal pose on the right side. Come back to your intention. What could you do today or tomorrow that is in line with your intention? See how it feels to think about this. Just noticing what comes up emotionally or physically. And then when you're ready, come to a seated position. And once in seated, you place one hand on the heart and one on the just above the belly, just above the belly button. Just letting your hands rest here, feeling the warmth of the hands and the body. Keeping our hands here, we're going to breathe in through the nose and out through our mouth. Inhale. 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 Keep breathing through your nose, letting oxygen and energy circulate. And see if you can stay in this momentum of centeredness, even after class. Staying close to you, being the observer of what happens. Thank you for sharing your practice. Namaste.